Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Electro Proton Bomb. Now, this was a new card that was previewed in the recent live stream from FFG Live. A lot of Wave 4 cards were spoiled in this live stream preview, and I haven't really talked about those yet because I think everybody else has really talked about them already, and I've had a lot of stuff going on, so I haven't been able to talk about it. But this is a kind of a cool card. I thought I'd just talk about this one today. Also, if you are new here or if you didn't already know, there is a new round of the giveaway going on. It's running until the end of the month to win the Black Series Obi-Wan and Maul that were Star Wars Celebration exclusive. So all you have to do is like the video, or not, rather, you don't have to like the video. You just have to become a subscriber and leave your comment. If you want to like the video, though, you can totally like the video because there's some new things going on right now. I'm kind of like in the video now, and so it's kind of cool. And big thanks to my patrons on Patreon. I have a green screen now. I'm testing out some new things, so I'll try to be running some new things in my videos for the foreseeable future. We'll see. I'm playing around with some new effects and stuff like that, so we're gonna see. So let's talk about this Electro Proton Bomb because there's a lot of interesting things about this. First off, it's unique, so you can only have one of them. It's a new bomb. It's gonna come with the Hyena Bomber, and there's a couple of things we have to look at with this bomb. First off, it takes up a bomb slot, but it also takes your modification slot. And it also requires that you have the reload action, so that really restricts who can even take it. There's very few, like nobody in the First Order can even take it right now. So there's very few restrictions that can take it. A lot of people want to run Nim with something like this, but Nim can't actually equip this. So while it does seem really nasty on the surface, it's very, very restrictive. Now, during the system phase, you can spend your charge to drop the Electro Proton Bomb with the 1 template and then place a fuse marker on the device, and the charge cannot be recovered. So while it's unique, heavily restricted on where it can go, it also is an absolute one-shot only, period. So that's kind of cool. So there's an awful lot of restrictions on this. But now with something with this, the only thing we really don't know is what it costs. If it's like a 50-point bomb, then just throw it out, forget about it. But a lot of people are worried about it. So first off, the fuse marker is a really big deal with something like this because it's delaying when it's going to go off. So basically, when it would detonate, you're just going to take the fuse marker off. That's pretty simple. That's pretty straightforward. And the other thing is, this thing is going to hit everything at range 0 to 2. So it's got a big range. And that's, I think, one of the things that scares people because it's got a huge range. And you're rolling 4 dice, and you're going to lose shields, you're going to get ions or disarm tokens. Most notably ions, because all your hits and eyeballs are going to make you take ion tokens. So I kind of look at this Electro Proton Bomb as basically a big ion bomb. Now it can do other things too. It can give you disarm tokens, or it can drain shields. So it can be kind of like, it can be unpreventable damage. So that's interesting. But I think most of your 4 dice that you roll, if you happen to get hit by this, are going to be right here. The hits and the eyeballs. You have the statistically the biggest chance of getting one of those two. So you're probably going to get ioned. And the thing is, this will even hit medium and large ships. You have a pretty good chance of even ionizing a large ship here. So that's really saying something. And because of the big range of it, this is going to be really fun to play around with, figure out where you can drop it. That you could, completely like block off an entire section of the board. And disarm tokens too. Now, granted, if you roll a whole bunch of crits, see, I'm having fun with this new stuff. If you do run roll a couple of crits, you're going, it doesn't matter because having extra disarm tokens doesn't matter. They're all going away at the end of the round anyway. However, the idea of possibly getting that is pretty cool because I think there exists a situation maybe if you're running Nim with somebody else who's carrying this, so Nim is not going to be able to equip this upgrade. But if Nim is in your squad, Nim could potentially still kind of prolong it. And then you would really have some control over when it goes off because the fuse is broadcasting, hey, this thing is going to go off. You have 1 extra turn to get away from it. So realistically, if you just run this at face value without any gimmicks, it's not going to hit anybody. So that's makes me really wonder just how expensive they can even make something like this. I just can't really see it going off and who's going to just fly into it. Like maybe some new players, maybe beginners. And then again, that's just my first reaction, because I think the more you think about it, there may be really, really great ways to fly. Now, I am not that good at X-Wing, but if I were really good, I would probably be thinking about some very strategic ways to block off an approach, especially, at a time when somebody might be chasing you down, and then you fly through it, and then you, like, in a way, you're going to drop this thing, and you're going to be like, I know that they're going to try to avoid it, and that kind of gives you some extra ability to basically predict where your opponent's going to go. Or, even better yet, you take a ship that doesn't care about getting ioned, maybe a ship that doesn't have any shields left, because, like, again, by the time, the turn you drop it, you're probably not dropping it first turn, right? You're probably going to wait a couple of turns in before you drop it, and then by the time you drop it, it doesn't detonate. It has the fuse, so it's not going to detonate until later. In some games, you're going to have, all the ships will have lost shields by the time this goes off anyway. Very possibly. Plus, there's, with the new ordnance coming out and the plasma torpedoes draining shields and stuff, shields are going to be gone beforehand. So realistically, of course, you may roll a crit and get a disarm, but more than likely, you'll probably just just ionize everybody that you hit. And so maybe you take a ship that doesn't care if it gets ionized. Maybe you take a fast ship. Maybe you combo this with fast ships that don't even have a 1 forward, that really want to get ionized so that they can slow down, especially ships that have some kind of booster barrel roll so they can reposition beyond the ion as well, and take advantage of the fact that your opponent's going to be flying away, and you put yourself right in the middle, so that you're not going to, there may be ways to really make this work for your advantage. The other way is maybe just to have NIM, so you can kind of control when it goes off, and then see if somebody eventually gets frustrated and plays chicken with you, and you're flying around the donut. And and then you find they just decide to charge through, and then you go ahead and let it blow up. So that much is kind of cool. I think there's a lot of possibilities with this. I think honestly, this has the potential to be one of the most fun cards out there, just because of the way that I think it will change the way people fly, at least for the first couple of months when it comes out. I think after that, I think it'll be unreliable enough that it probably doesn't get a whole lot of play. But I think it would be something that's really fun to bring into games. And I also think a really, really fun thing is the impact that this will have on Epic, specifically the larger multiplayer versions of Epic. Because if you have an 8-player game, and this is unique, you could have 8 Electro Proton Bombs on the board at the same time. And imagine them all going off. 8 of these, each range 2, and they're just, like, that could be pretty crazy. Another thing that this could combo well with is with other ion-based lists, like Ion Cannon Y-Wings or something like that. Because if you can ionize somebody, then you can set them up for the Electro Proton Bomb, because they won't be able to dodge it. So you can get a little more flexibility out of something that way. So there are ideas, and with that range 2, gosh, this is good. I think it'll be really fun just to see how it plays out. But the fear is that it creates a negative play experience, and I don't think we ever want that. And that's why I like that it's only one. It's not something you can really spam. It's a one-shot deal. I used to hate ions in X-Wing 1.0, especially these stress ion lists that basically just kind of remove your ability to play the game. And this doesn't seem like it's going to do that. Worst case scenario, it ends up getting somebody at a critical moment, and they just get ionized, and and maybe lose their shot. But it can't kill you. It can't do damage. It can make you lose shields, but it's not doing damage. So I don't think it's as scary as it looks. And I think it has a whole new mini game. I think once we get used to it, it'll be like a mini game of, do you bluff and do you fly right into it? Because at the risk of getting ionized, but also the reward could be that you get that perfect shot, because somebody else is going to be turning or flying away or trying to overshoot it. Maybe you can, just fly right through it to try to get that range 1 outside of their firing arc shot. And so there could be some really, really cool moments that happen as a result of this thing right here. And that's all I've got to say about it. If, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Down there. Yeah. And yeah, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about the Electro Proton Bomb. Hopefully, Wave 4 will be like hitting the trucks pretty soon. I haven't. I pre-ordered some Wave 4 stuff. I haven't got a shipping notice yet, so it's not going to be, you know, probably not going to be anytime soon. I'm hoping it starts shipping by the end of the month, though. That would be exciting because there's some cool new stuff. I'm looking to expand on the Clone Wars factions because I've been playing mostly Clone Wars lately. And I'm very excited. All right, I'd like to hear more from what you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you haven't already, you can check out Crabbok.com. You can hop in my Discord and say hi over there. And you know, I also want to thank my patrons on Patreon. I've got a new promo giveaway that'll probably be starting up tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned for that. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.